SHW pre-show.
SHW, this is our wrestling.
Hey, you think you could walk all over me, but I don't see that happening. We're warriors who strike terror into the hearts of others without warning.
And now, the voices of Southern Honor Wrestling.
Brandon Benefield, Gerard Bonner, and Diana Michelle.
Fight our way to
All right, I believe we're live. Scoot on in, Diana.
Scoot.
There you go.
There
we go. We're live, and we're finally back at the Action Building.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? It's B3, B double Brandon Benefield, alongside the great GB Gerard Bonner and the beautiful Diana Michelle. Finally back for our first show of 2025. And yes, we're in February.
We are.
But as you know, we had the snowstorm in January, so we got a little bumped back, and here we are.
Yes.
Not only is it SHW70, it's also episode 200 of the podcast. And guys, how we doing? And while you're talking, I'm going to get some party supplies out because it's a party.
I'm doing great. It's a little warm in here, but you know the party's supposed to be hot. I did say you guys it was going to be a hot show tonight, I'm ready.
Listen, we are excited. It's hard to believe 200 episodes.
I got party hats, by the way. I didn't take into account we had headsets on, so this might not work out, but we'll see.
I'll just put it right here. I'll hold it for us.
I got one.
It's kind of amazing to think that we have. This was something that was supposed to kind of hold us over. From the pandemic back in 2020 when we didn't have a show and we couldn't come in this building, we couldn't gather.
GB, hold that thought. I got party balloons. I got all kinds of stuff. But you know what? The most important thing.
This is
party.
Community cakes.
Community cakes.
I got community cakes. Don't worry.
What else are you digging up out of there?
As you were. I brought plates.
You ever see on those TV shows where you got the endless area
bag
where you
with
can
no
pull
bottom?
everything out of, man? So I don't know what he's going to pull out of here. He might pull a ladder out at some point. I have no idea.
You never know.
It's like a clown car bag.
But yeah, this was intended to really just kind of hold us over during the pandemic, to provide information and the like, and it became a staple. It's one of the things from the pandemic that has endured, that has lasted, and that has been incredibly successful. This actually is going to be very, very useful. I will not eat it on air. Or at least I don't think I will.
I will.
Oh, no. Well, thank you. Thank you. Nonetheless, I am really excited about our podcast and what we've done. We've interviewed so many of the roster from Southern Honor. We've interviewed legends and icons, and we've had some great, great moments connected to this podcast. So it's an honor to be here with you guys as we celebrate episode 200, and we're doing it live to preview what's going down in just a few minutes, SHW70, the first show of 2025, and it has potential to be a wildly historic night. 7 matches, 2 title matches, and could this be the night where the rookie becomes the champion? And we're talking about Alexander Lev. He's involved in the main event as he'll take on, of course, the SHW champion, Joe Black. Lots of things are scheduled to happen here tonight, and then there's a full party happening right here in front of us.
It's a whole party.
I'm glad you're holding it down, GB.
Listen, I'm doing my best.
I'm getting the party set up.
Because I see you're setting up. I'm like, well, we'll just go ahead and cover this. I don't know if you want to start the matches, but yeah, it's going to be great.
So here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and, we'll go down the card. You mentioned a couple of the title matches we got coming up. Let's talk about that Jake the Snake Legacy Championship matchup. Kyle Matthews, of course, Kyle and Aaron Dallas over the last couple of shows have had their hands full with the end game.
Yes.
Specifically Nick Halen and CT Keys. There was a tag team match at the last show. Nick Halen would end up getting a pinfall over the JTS Legacy Champion.
Correct.
And now Nick Halen gets that shot for the gold. And Kyle Matthews will have his hands full tonight. This one, 2 veterans, 2 guys that have known each other a very, very long time. And, I mean, it's going to be a great way to rumor has it, it's opening the show. So if you're not here yet, you need to get on down here. The doors just opened 4 minutes ago. Bell time's in 56 minutes.
Wow.
So you're going to want to get here as soon as possible because you don't want to miss that matchup.
Absolutely not. So it's me?
Yeah.
Want me to talk about this match?
Please.
Go for it, because I'm about to eat this cupcake. So I'm sorry, community cake.
Jeez Louise.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
This is so good, guys. I'm so glad you're getting to see this live.
If you smash that icing up your nose,
because
oh my God.
This is.
Get it, Brandon.
This is
No, you're supposed to be talking about the match.
Jake
Don't
the
mind me.
Snake
Talk about the
Legacy
match.
title match. Kyle Matthews versus Nick Halen. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of feelings on this one because I really
Feelings. Nothing more than
Feelings.
There it is. There it is.
So in my heart of hearts, CT Keys should be having this match. I'm just gonna
rip
say
the
it.
Band-Aid off
I
and
mean-
let's just go in. Yes.
I mean, he's jumping right in, so might as well let me too, right?
Exactly.
CT Keys should be having this match, and we all know why. We've already
Well,
seen.
for those who don't know why, it was just a couple of months ago where CT Keys had the title shot against Kyle Matthews, and it was, you could argue, interference inadvertently perhaps from Nick Halen that cost CT Keys that match.
Was it on purpose? We don't know.
We don't know.
Dude, are you choking up in there?
I'm just, go ahead.
He's trying to contribute, but he's involved in community cakes right now. So it just so happens Nick Halen, of course, as you mentioned, pinned Kyle Matthews last month in that tag team match, which involved CT Keys. And as a result, Nick Halen gets this title shot. And that is why you believe CT Keys should indeed have the shot.
Absolutely. Now, taking nothing away from Nick Halen.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an awesome wrestler. He's been around forever. He and Kyle, the veterans, it's going to be an awesome match, no doubt. But I'm having a hard time getting over that that hurdle there. So Kyle Matthews for me, y'all.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. I think we're looking again at a match that's going to start the show that could steal the show without question.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it was a couple of months ago, I believe, SHW68, where a championship match started the show and legitimately was a match of the year contender. That, of course, being Joe Black defending the SHW championship against Jackson Drake. We're looking at two veterans whose combined ring time is over 40 years. That's a lot of ring experience for two guys whose accolades literally almost mirror each other. They both are multi-time award winners in the Georgia Wrestling History Awards. Both of them have been named Technical Wrestler of the Year. Both of them have been named Overall Wrestler of the Year. The only difference here is that Kyle Matthews has held 2 championships in this company, while, of course, his opponent has held 0.
That's right.
So Nick Halen has been looking for that moment, and tonight could be the moment. And I wonder if Nick Halen wins the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship tonight, where does that put his standing with the end game, and how does that impact his relationship with CT Keys?
Well, you know, when Judas had the main title, he was the main guy in the group.
He was.
So if Nick Halen gets this championship tonight, he'd be the one in the group holding the gold. So
he'd get all the attention. And how in the world would CT Keys feel supporting someone like Nick Halen? And we know the bad blood that those two have.
I'm telling you, there is an explosion coming. I don't know when. I don't know where.
Yeah, combustible elements for sure.
Oh, yes.
So that's kicking off the show tonight, though. So all the more reason that you need to fight through traffic, make your way here, be a part of the kickoff of the year 2025 here in Southern Honor. 2024, easily one of the best years in the history of this company. And we follow it up with that being the first match of the year. That's a massive statement that you don't want to miss.
Absolutely. You don't want to miss it. Again, we're at 261 Marietta Road, Canton, Georgia, the Action Building. Doors have opened. We got a great crowd flooding in here. Everybody's hyped up because, as we mentioned, we had to miss January, and so we're finally kicking off our year 2025 here in SHW. Cannot wait for you guys to get down here and join us. You still have about 52 minutes to join us before bell time. And again, that's the opening matchup. I mean, that alone is a reason to be down here. But let's move on down the card here. We also have, well, let's go back a couple months. This ongoing feud between 3 men, as a matter of fact, Owen Knight, Grayson Pierce, and the superstar Jay Lucas. Well, tonight, Owen Knight gets to get his hands on the young gun, Grayson Pierce.
Little troublemaker, a little gnat of a troublemaker. Dude, I don't really know what his goal is. I mean, is he still trying to get the attention of love? Is he still trying to show out? I don't know. But
there you go.
I like Grayson. I like him. I mean, I love his presence when he comes out. But, golly, the way it's like you expect it, but you don't. It's like a rash. You know,
why did you look at me when you said rash?
Well, because the last time I mentioned the rash, it was about exotic youth.
Oh,
so,
okay.
You know.
Okay. Great.
We're live, folks. We'll do it live. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
We got folks off camera because everybody's excited to see us.
They are.
So they're trying to get our attention off camera.
They
Don't
are.
mind
Great.
that. Sorry.
Smith thought. Anyway, Rash.
Rash is where you were. Rash.
Grayson the Rash.
Grayson
Yes.
Pierce,
young
the
gun,
Rash.
young
Wow.
gun Rash. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm all about Owen being here.
Owen is here.
Owen's back.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a good match. I think Owen has to prove something. Not that he has to, but he wants to prove something and just take care of business. Take care of business.
Yeah, it's interesting here, this kind of three-pronged war that's going on between Grayson Pierce, Jay Lucas, and Owen Knight.
Yeah.
We saw, of course, last month it was Jay Lucas and Grayson Pierce,
Yes.
and inadvertent interference cost Jay Lucas the match.
Yeah.
And so now Grayson Pierce looks to get a win over Owen Knight. And again, we know what Owen Knight has done in this company. A former SHW champion, 210 days as champion.
Yes.
One of the most honorable champions in the history of this company.
Absolutely.
Really in a comeback space here at Southern Honor. He spent about a year away from the company, learned a lot, did a lot, but he's the veteran in all this.
He is the
You're
veteran.
talking 12, 13 years in this business,
Yes.
can obviously teach a lot to Grayson Pierce, but I wonder if that's going to be problematic. Meaning sometimes when you are so experienced against someone who is not as experienced, you'll overlook them.
Yeah.
And remember,
yeah.
Grayson Pierce doesn't have to be 12 years better. He only needs to be 3 seconds better.
keep
And will he do that here tonight? That's the question. Will Jay Lucas, who we know is in the building, somehow insert himself into this match to say, hey, Owen, if I can't do it, you can't
do
either.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so all of these things are what we're going to find out here tonight, and it could prove to be a wild start of the year for Grayson Pierce. Really, really could.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait. Also, we got people. We're going to talk about this main event match here towards the end.
Yeah.
Of course, we got the big championship match, Joe Black defending against Alexander Lev. I see people in the chat already. We got people going for Joe Black. We got people going for Lev.
Yeah.
We'll see where that goes later. We're going to talk about that towards the end of the episode. Hang on one second. Oh, I'm being told from our producer, we do have a video they want to tee up for us.
Sweet.
Well,
we like videos.
Well, before we get there, I know what this is about. It's because we're celebrating our 200th episode. As you saw, we got community
Yes.
cakes, we got party hats, we got these things. I mean, we're ready to throw down,
these
guys.
things?
Yeah. Yeah, get you some. We're about to play this video, so now we won't be on camera, so feel free to dig in over there, Diana.
I'm not scared of eating on the cupcake on camera.
Yeah, me neither, clearly. But they're teeing up this video for us. Let's take a look at what they just sent us from the producers in the back here in 1 second. Here we go.
On camera.
Quack, quack. Well, it's your friendly neighborhood Duckman here, and I heard that somebody's celebrating a birthday. Southern Honor Wrestling Podcast, congratulations on 200 big episodes. I remember when I was 200. To be young again. Congratulations, here's to 200 more. Quack, quack.
Congratulations are definitely in order for Southern Honor Wrestling Podcast. This is crazy, man. 200 episodes. I'm so glad to have been a part of that. I love all three of y'all. I miss all three of y'all. Hell, I miss all of Southern Honor. This guy misses you too. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in, man, say congratulations. Y'all, please, 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 please keep doing your thing. I love seeing the clips. I love the show. So yeah, cheers to y'all.
Okay, hold it. Hold it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. Congratulations, guys, on your 200th episode of the podcast. The voices of Southern Honor Wrestling are very close to my heart. GB, Diana, Brandon, love you guys. We've shared a whole lot of memories over the years, and I am so proud of you for reaching your 200th episode and all the awards that you have gotten over the years. I love you. I miss you guys, and keep on going. Can't wait to shoot you again. Hold on. Wait. There you go.
Yo, congratulations on 200 episodes. I was at least 2 of those episodes, so that was pretty exciting. So big congratulations to SHW Pod. Little Mark Murrow says congratulations as well. Oh yeah, long live the Kill Billy. Mwah.
Brandon, GB, Diana, congratulations, 200 episodes, Southern Honor Podcast. Y'all have done such a great job and amazing work. I'm wishing y'all 200 more. Brandon, GB, you know I love terrorizing y'all when I come out of that ring. And for you, Diana, thank you. You're probably one of the best ring announcers in the whole world.
Sweet.
Well, how about that?
That's very kind.
That was very
Thanks,
cool.
guys.
Very, very kind.
We love them.
Yeah.
I love hearing from some folks, too, that we haven't seen in a while.
For sure.
Yeah.
That were part of the podcast at some point along the way
Yeah.
over these 200 episodes. So very cool. Thank you guys for reaching out And I'm being told that we have some more of those that we're going to play a little later in the episode
sweet.
as well.
Okay.
But, of course,
Thank you.
this is the pre-show for SHW70.
We're doing a lot in this one episode.
So we've got a card to get back to.
Yeah.
We talked about Nick Halen and Kyle Matthews. We talked about Grayson Pierce versus Owen Knight. Now let's talk about someone making their debut here tonight, going up against Hollywood Hunter James. It's the young Tristan Moody. And speaking of Tristans, somebody conspicuous by his absence over the last couple of shows, the guiding light, Tristan Michaels. Will we see him tonight in the corner of Hollywood Hunter James? And Hollywood Hunter James trying to get back on a winning streak here in 2025 here in Southern Honor Wrestling. So we'll see if Tristan Moody can come in here in his debut matchup and make waves by defeating a former JTS Legacy champion.
Exactly.
Well.
Yeah, we all know how good Hunter is. We do. I'm personally not familiar with Tristan Moody. I know he's from South Carolina. He's representing the Palmetto Wrestling Academy.
Yes.
His numbers look good from what I've seen, and I'm expecting him to not be pushed over by Hunter James.
Tristan Moody, it's going to be all the Tristan, so we're
Right.
going to make sure
all
we
the
get that
Tristan.
right
We'll try to keep it
tonight.
straight here.
But Tristan Moody has really done quite a bit as of late. I mean, in the last 6 months, he's fought Owen Knight.
Yep.
He's fought one of my friends from All Caribbean, Rios de la Sangre.
Love
he has
him.
He has been really battling kind of the cream of the crop. So he comes in very, very ready for this particular moment. And, of course, his time at Palmetto Wrestling Academy, we happen to be very familiar with another graduate of that school, that being the recently WWE ID'd Sean Legacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's good stock that comes out of there. And we know in this era of great wrestling schools, where you come from really does matter. So for Tristan Moody, he has a huge opportunity ahead of him. And we always talk about momentum and timing. And that becomes super important because if you want to catch someone like Hunter James, you want to catch him while he's slipping.
Right.
And so he's in this mode. He hasn't won all of his matches recently. You know, he did not get the job done in the triple threat that happened last month or our last show for the #1 contender spot. Now, he was not pinned in that fall, but he still didn't win.
He didn't do a pin in either.
You know, so if you go back, you had at Still Here, he lost the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship. Then he loses the #1 contenders match. So he's in a space where he needs this win desperately.
Yeah.
But if there's ever a moment for someone like a newcomer to come in, and we saw this all throughout 2024, where newcomers picked their spot coming to Southern Honor and made a huge difference. We mentioned Aaron Dallas, who we'll get to later on the card. He's one of them that picked his spot, got in at the right time, defeated a veteran who was on a slump, and found his way here into the roster. Could the same thing happen for Tristan Moody tonight? Or will the chip on the shoulder of Hollywood Hunter James prove to be big enough to change his entire momentum? But here's the real question, as you mentioned earlier, where's Tristan Michaels in all of this?
And have we noticed that he's been losing?
Well, that's just the thing.
Yeah.
He's been losing without Tristan Michaels. So if Tristan Michaels shows up tonight, maybe that's the thing that could take Hunter James over the top. We'll see all of that happen and unfold in just a little bit.
It could be. And, you know, you talked about people coming in and making a big impression when they debut here in Southern Honor. Well, a young man that did that back at Still Here 6 last October, Joey Hyder, the American hero. He made an appearance there, impressed a lot of people. He'll be returning tonight.
Yes.
But, man, oh, man, will his work be cut out for him because he's taking on the suplex assassin, Alex Kane. Alex Kane back in action here in the Action Building.
Yes.
And it's what happened after his match at the last show that had a lot of people talking, where he had that confrontation with the cutthroat CT Keys.
Yes.
We had to have the locker room spill out and break these guys up. So hopefully he'll be focused on the task at hand.
Yeah.
And something tells me, of course, he will be because it's Alex Kane. Come on, folks.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Joey Hyder. It's no walk in the park.
Right.
But we'll see what happens here tonight with that matchup for sure.
For sure.
Well, Joey, he was impressive in that gauntlet.
That's right. Lev's
It was a
gauntlet.
gauntlet against Cody Fluffman.
Yes.
Miss
Male
Cody
performer of the year this year. No.
Wrestler of the year. Is it Wrestler of the year?
No.
Tag
he
team
was
of the year.
nominated Tag Team of the Year. That's what it was.
Team of the year. I'm so
He was
sorry.
nominated for Male
I
Performer
saw
of
his
the
name
Year.
twice.
Yes.
But yes. Sorry,
He was
Cody.
runner-up for that. There it is.
Sorry, Georgia Wrestling History.
Yeah.
It's all these community
We'll
cakes
get
going
right.
on
You
ahead.
know who the Male Performer of the Year is. We'll tell you that a little bit later.
Yep.
What was that?
It was.
It's like a duck.
It was like a duck.
We thought saw Rob Kildrick.
Right.
There you go.
It was fun. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, Joey Hyder was impressive in the
200.
gauntlet match.
200, folks.
We're live, guys. We're
200.
so
We've done
live.
this before.
We
Many,
really have.
many
believe it or
times.
not.
It's
Yeah.
something in this icing.
It's the icing. Okay.
Did you put the Henny
That's
in?
why. That's
You
why
did.
I'm waiting until we're done. Yeah.
Anyways, as you were saying,
Joey Hyder.
Joey Hyder.
Yes.
Alex
Kane.
Alex Kane. Boom! Yay! I can't.
GB.
Please.
Yes, indeed. Alex Kane versus Joey Hyder. What a great opportunity this is for both competitors. As we mentioned, Joey Hyder made his SHW debut as part of Lev's gauntlet match, but now he gets to stand on his own 2 feet. And so it's kind of really a debut of sorts because we really get to see what Joey Hyder can do.
Yep.
He came in under the whole moment of Lev and Lev's faithful and kind of had to do Lev's bidding. But tonight he comes in as your American hero.
That's right.
Now, what will that mean going up against the suplex assassin, who Alex Kane doesn't need an excuse to give you a suplex, okay? He's Alex Kane. That's what he does. He wakes up throwing people around. So look for him to do that tonight. But Joey Hyder really did impress us back at Still Here 6. So this is not going to be a cakewalk, a community cakewalk. It's not going to be that at all tonight for Alex Kane, who, if you remember, when Alex Kane made his debut, he had a tough debut against the veteran CB Suave.
He did.
So and shout out to him, who I believe he just recently retired from in-ring activities. So shout out to CB Suave.
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
here's what's going down. Tonight, Alex Kane, Beaumaye Fight Club against your American hero. This is going to be a fantastic match. I can't wait to see what goes down.
Absolutely. Come on and join us. We're here at the Action Building, 261 Marietta Road, Canton, Georgia.
Yeah.
You know where it is.
Yeah.
You know where we're at. Come join us. Bell time's here in about 40 minutes. Before we get going with the rest of this card, though, we got another one of these videos to tee up.
Love it.
So stand by. Here we go.
Let's go.
Southern Honor, 200 episodes of Southern Honor. This is our wrestling. Man, we want to talk about a milestone. If anybody knows about milestones in Southern Honor, it's your savior, David Ali, the former longest reigning champion of all time. It's sad but true. Mantles get taken away, but your mantles will always remain the same, being one of the best damn coverages of wrestling in the South that Georgia has to offer. I'm so glad each and every one of you won an award at Georgia Wrestling Awards, and I'm so glad that each and every one of you are at Southern Honor right now. I'm a little gassed up, just got through training, because you know the grind never stops. All you guys know that, because all you guys are award winners. Again, happy 200th. Have me back on your show. I love every single one of you, except for Brandon. He could take a hike.
What's going on, everybody? It's Garrett Sakahara, and I cannot believe we're at the 200th episode of the SHW podcast, which means we are vastly approaching SHW70, which is nuts. But I just want to give a big congrats to BB, GB, Diana, for the three of you taking on this podcast, giving this organization a voice, and carrying on with the knowledge, with the humor and everything like that. But you guys are doing an awesome job. I'm missing Southern Honor. I'm missing Georgia all the time. I love it out here in Southern California, but wish I can. I need to come to a show soon. That's the bottom line. Just make sure David Ali's not on the show, please.
200 episodes of the podcast. 200 times you guys have graced the world's presence, chatting it up about SHW, about pro wrestling, about life. Let me count my favorite episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 19, 17, 18, 20, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. Well, really all 200. We're awesome. Congratulations, guys.
All right. Well,
Sal,
I got to tell you. So Sal liked every single episode, apparently.
That's good to know.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Very good to know. Thank you, Sal.
By the way, shout out to Sal. You know, we mentioned this on the episode after the award show, right? And again, thank you for the votes for the awards. We appreciate that as we come to you as the 5-timers. But another big shout out to Sal, who's been a part of the commentary booth over the last few months in 2024 while he's been on the injured list. So very cool to see Sal there with the video. And then, of course, Garrett, missed Garrett. He hadn't been around in a while. And then David Ali, the savior.
Ali, our savior.
Boy, we've got a lot of memories with Ali. That's
Boy,
for sure.
Good, bad, and ugly. Not necessarily in that
He's
order.
been kind and not so kind to all of us.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
thank
been a
you,
real back and forth relationship there.
has.
But
It has.
anyways, let's move on with this card here. We've got a big tag team matchup. Now, if you remember when we were going to have the show in January, we were going to see a big tag team championship match with the Skulk taking on the Infantry, our tag team champions.
Yeah.
However, due to scheduling, the Infantry unable to be here tonight, but stepping in is the top team, Teriyaki and superstar Jay Lucas. And, they're stepping up, and it's going to be an amazing matchup. But one would think if the Skulk had that title opportunity, if they get knocked off here by top team, I would think the top team kind of moves into that number 1 contender spot.
For sure.
Wouldn't you think?
Makes sense to me.
Well, I mean, to that point, I don't know that we actually have a number 1 contender spot because
Well, it's open. Yeah,
Carly
it's an open
said
challenge.
It's an open challenge. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's whoever wants it, come get it.
It's an open challenge, and the Skulk stepped up. However, I'm just saying, if top team moves in here tonight and beats the Skulk,
yeah,
I bet the Infantry would be a little more inclined to give the shot to top team. Now, I don't know that for sure. I'm just
You never
speculating.
know.
You never know what's going to happen. It's SHW. You
It is
never know.
SHW, but I am excited about this one because
Yeah.
I have not seen the Skulk.
It's going to be amazing regardless. Yeah.
But I have seen the top team,
Yeah.
and I really like top team, but I really like the look of the Skulk. So, impress me.
The top team is so over that if you watched AEW Dynamite the other night,
Man.
I heard the crowd chanting top team. They weren't even on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
How crazy is that?
It's really wild when you
That's
think
wild.
about it. Here's what's even wilder. Top team is kind of a 3-man team of
Yes.
sorts. And we've seen variations of them here, but we've never here seen the combination that we're going to see tonight, Teriyaki and Jay Lucas. The wild part is that's the combination that seems to have been everywhere else.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that they're going to be here tonight. And against the Skulk, we have talked, I remember, we all remember when the tag titles were created here
Yeah.
at Southern Honor. And one of the big talking points was, hey, A, we need tag champions, and B, we want to see the best and brightest
Yes.
teams make their way into this company. And so when one door closes, another door opens.
Yeah.
And this door is open for top team. And I get the feeling, I talked about matches that could steal the show. This is one of those that we're going to be talking about. We see the veterans at the start of the show in that title match, but these are 2 young teams, young, hungry teams who have been all over the wrestling world. One team being the Skulk actually has about double the experience of top team in the ring as a team. But with that said, sometimes it's not about the amount of experience, but it's about where you are in that experience.
That's right.
And I think that top team has nothing to lose at this point.
No, nothing.
The
nothing at all.
Skulk came in looking to fight the Infantry for the SHW tag titles. So the mindset kind of shifts when you're not fighting the champions.
Right.
Will they still be as hungry? Do they feel like their tag shot is guaranteed? Because something tells me that if top team scores this victory tonight, nothing will be exactly guaranteed there for the Skulk. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen here tonight.
Absolutely. And you talk about matches that could steal the show. That's kind of SHW's MO. I mean, it is. Every card we put together
Literally.
here at Southern Honor, they're all
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
Any given night, any given match could steal the show.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how that works out, huh?
It is.
But, man, let me tell you, let's move on down this card. We've got, you talked about Aaron Dallas earlier, AA Ron coming in since his debut and making a huge impression.
Correct.
An immediate fan favorite here in the Action Building.
Yeah.
And tonight, I mentioned earlier that him and Kyle Matthews have had their issues with the end game over the last few months, over the last few shows. Well, tonight, Todd Sexton will go one-on-one with Aaron Dallas. And here's the thing. Kyle Matthews has his hands full with his JTS title defense.
Correct.
And I don't know if he'll be available to help Aaron Dallas at any point during the night. I'm not sure because we've been told that in Todd Sexton's corner will be CT Keys.
That part.
So it might be
that part.
a long night at the office for Mr. AA Ron Dallas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, he's already clocked in and probably already wore out, for that matter. Because thinking about this match from whenever it was announced, I mean, I would be like, you know what, I got to have my head on the swivel. You got Todd in front of you. You got CT outside. whatever. We know how the end game works.
Yeah.
We know their tactics. We know what they do. I mean, I'm definitely expecting shenanigans, top to bottom. That's shenanigans.
It seems like the end game and shenanigans go hand in hand.
They do. I
do.
actually heard that the Greek meaning for the end game is shenanigans.
How about that? See?
It's just a thing. So here's what I know for
Speaking
sure.
Greek.
What I know for sure is Aaron Dallas really needs all the help he can get against the end game. He is 0-2 against the end game. Does not have a win against any member of the end game. Now, if we're talking just physically, it seems like this should be a no-brainer for Aaron Dallas, right? I mean, Todd Sexton is the smallest member of the end game. He is the brain of the end game, the brainchild of the end game. Like, he does all of the things, but he's the strategist.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He's a guy with well over 20 years experience in the wrestling business.
Yes.
He won his first championship in his rookie year, 2001. He won his last championship last year,
It's a long time.
2024. The man's still winning titles.
It's crazy.
He's still doing this thing. That makes it more dangerous. But then when you add an angry CT Keys, this is like the third match we're mentioning CT Keys. He's got a connection to the JTS Legacy title match. He's got a connection with Alex Kane. He's just mad with a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's
As
never
he
a
should
happy
be.
guy. So I just wonder, will he at some point get involved? Not because he has to, but because he wants to.
Because he has aggression he needs to get rid
He's
of.
got
I mean,
aggression. And in wanting to get that
absolutely.
aggression out, somebody is going to be the one who's the recipient of it. Will it be Aaron Dallas? Aaron Dallas needs a contingency plan tonight.
Yes.
Because without it, yes, he's built, he's got the people behind him, but he doesn't have the people around the ring to make this an even fight.
Right.
So he's going to need to enlist some help. If he doesn't, it could be a very long night, to your point, for Aaron Dallas.
Night.
Yes, indeed. I'm being told before we get to this main event matchup, we talk
yes.
about the Southern Honor Championship, Joe Black, Alexander Lev. We do have one more video to check out here.
All right.
So stand by. Here we go.
Let's go for it.
What was created to just help us get through the pandemic era is now celebrating 200 episodes. Congratulations, GB, Brandon, and Diana. I couldn't be more proud to have you guys on my team, and I appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Bad News Tattoos, Carly Bravo, and I just want to say congratulations on 200 episodes. Come on, man. You guys have been killing over there the Southern Honor podcast. I love you guys. Cheers to 200 more. I'm at work, so I got to go, but congratulations.
Southern Honor Podcast, Kyle Matthews, your Jake the Snake Legacy Champion. And I just wanted to come on here and say, man, congratulations on your 200th episode. That's amazing. Truly appreciate everything the three of you guys do to help promote Southern Honor and all the work you do at Southern Honor. I speak for all the guys and the girls in the locker room. We just want to say thank you. Congratulations on this big milestone, and see you soon.
What's up, y'all? This is Southern Honor Champion Joe Black checking in. Just wanted to congratulate the trifecta, B-Dub, GB, and the lovely Diana Michelle on 200 episodes. This milestone is amazing, guys. Enjoy the moments that we've created, and I look forward to the moments we will create. I'll see you guys Friday. Savvy.
Yep.
Well, there he is.
Savvy.
Your Southern
Yep.
Honor champion.
Red
And of course,
Wolf.
we also heard from the JTS Legacy champion,
Yes.
Kyle Matthews, and one of half of our tag team champions, Carly
Yes,
Bravo,
love me some Carly.
as well as the brains behind the operation here,
Championship edition
Dylan.
of
So
that
yeah,
video. I like
absolutely. So yeah, very cool. We appreciate that from all of those guys, and all the videos here tonight has been very special. But it ended there with our SHW champ, Joe Black, the Dread Wolf, who has a big title defense against the #1 contender, Alexander Lev, here tonight in the main event. This was announced pretty early on in January, maybe in late December, going into that January show. So there's been over a month now of people chomping at the bit to see this matchup. And, Alexander Lev's had over a month to think about getting involved here with the hierarchy. And we saw the confrontation at the award show a couple weeks ago, which, I mean, it almost went down there in that building. For sure. We literally right at our table.
Right at our
So,
table.
that was pretty crazy. But the one thing we talked about on the podcast before is I don't know what Lev was thinking going up against. I mean, there was like every member of the hierarchy was there that night.
Yes.
And then Alexander Lev.
Yeah.
On his own.
It's almost like he thought people were following him up there.
And then nobody else got up.
Nobody got
They were like, "Did you see Murder and all the Henny
Right.
and the rest of the group? Like, what are you
Did
doing?"
you see how much Henny was gone already? No.
It was a fun night, folks.
It
Let's just
totally was.
put it that way. Anyways, back to the main event tonight. Man, what do you guys think, man? It's gonna be a big one.
You already know Joe Black is not losing his title. Look, he is my forever champ. Period. He is the forever champ. And I don't care what Lev does. I don't care. I don't care about him being faithful, lost, or whatever else. But you know, male performer of the year, is that what it was? Male performer. Congratulations, but you are not.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If we ever do a 200th episode celebration again, there will not be community cakes given out until after we go off the air.
I don't know what's in hers.
I don't know what's in
her.
No, she literally just took the icing
the
off.
icing.
And you don't eat much sugar then.
I don't.
There it is. That's what it is. I recognize that.
You don't know what I'm saying.
I recognize it.
Joe Black, all the way. Champ, champ, champ.
My Lord.
Diana, tell us how you really feel.
Joe Black. Okay.
GB, what about you?
Okay, let's get this thing back on the rails here. I will tell you, ever since this match was announced, going back to even that #1 contenders match, where Alexander Lev wasn't even supposed to be in the match, he came in, inserted himself in the match, gets the win, becomes the #1 contender. There is something very special in the air tonight. Good Phil Collins. I can feel it coming in the air tonight, and I don't want to be that guy because I never bet against Black.
Then don't.
I don't. What I will say is this. All of the things are in line for a massive night for Alexander Lev. Now, we got a couple questions here. You've got Joe Black, who obviously is on the best roll of his career. We have been excited about this opportunity for him to be champion for a long time. He's finally getting the championship reign he deserves. He's healthy. His mind is strong. You know, he doesn't have a bunch of craziness going on. He can really be focused on the task at hand. And, of course, he's had banger after banger after banger for championship matches, which we would expect. Alexander Lev is playing with house money tonight. He has nothing to lose here. Think about this. If he loses this match, at some point he could get another title shot, but he'll still be just years better.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joe Black, before Still Hill 6, was willing to put his career on the line and retire if he didn't win the championship.
Self-motivation.
So we're looking at a space right now where you've got Alexander Lev with nothing to lose. You've got Joe Black, who's got plenty to prove. And he doesn't want to take this young gun not seriously.
Right.
With that said, you know, I just wonder, are we looking at a space, you know, with the big game coming up on Sunday, where you've got the Kansas City Chiefs, or I'm looking at this Washington Commanders kind of story here with Alexander Lev, the guy who wasn't supposed to be here. This is a guy who 2 years ago couldn't get entry into the Rumble Jack. They literally stepped on him, and he never got into the ring. He goes to become Rookie of the Year. Now he's Male Performer of the Year. Could we call him SHW champion to start off this new year? We find out in just a few minutes.
It's the Eagles, right?
No, it's the Eagles currently.
Oh, yeah. You just
I meant the Commanders because they weren't supposed to be where they were.
Gotcha.
Let me be clear for the people who don't think, I know what I'm talking about.
No, I just want to make sure.
The Washington Commanders were in the wild card. They were never supposed to win. They were ranked number 7. They all of a sudden made it to the NFC Championship game. Now, here, to that point, it's this.
I got you.
Will the bright lights wear Lev out the same way it wore the Commanders out? That's the real question here. So it's not, can Joe Black get it done? He's proven that.
Right.
Can Alexander Lev handle the main event? There are no faithful. There are no lost boys. There's nobody else but him tonight, as far as we know.
We think, yeah.
As far as we know.
But it's SHW, and you just never know.
You never know.
Who knows?
So with all of that said, an amazing title match. Something just feels special about this.
Yeah.
And I can't put my hand on it, but I want to watch it.
Absolutely. I can't wait. We can't wait to see you. You got about 20. We're going a little overtime here on the pre-show.
It's the 200th episode.
Because it's 200,
And
folks.
shout out to everybody in the chat. We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Some of them are actually in here in the building watching along, which is very cool. They're waving at us off camera.
Yeah.
So very cool. We got community cakes here. Actually, here, I got some community cakes. I'm going to hand some out here.
Want a cupcake?
We got some community cakes. Hand them out. Community kegs, hand them out. We got a couple left. Throw on a party hat. We're celebrating 200 episodes.
I will tell you, it is. If you have not learned anything from this episode, they love to party. I get it.
And I ain't even got up yet.
I'm actually very scared. You have not even bitten that bad
Let me show
boy.
you how you do this so you don't shove icing up your nose.
Oh, please educate us.
Apparently, I didn't do it correctly.
Oh.
Oh, she makes a sandwich out of it. Classy. That's how they do it down in Dublin. That's classy. All over the microphone, too. Real nice, Diana. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. We just know which one's yours from now on.
There it is. We know.
It's the
I'll
one
get
with,
it. I'll get it.
It's
Just
the
hang
one
on.
with, one with the
Just
pink
hang on.
frosting all over it. Guys,
It's
you
not
gotta,
up my nose, though.
You gotta. You're right. You're right. You gotta get down here.
Nose
you
in
got
the microphone. You know.
20 minutes until bell time. You still have time. 261 Marietta Road, Canton, Georgia. We're here at the Action Building. It's SHW70, our first show of 2025. Finally, we're kicking off the year in a big, big way. Yes. A stacked card, 2 big title matches. We can't wait to see you. It's episode 200.
200.
You guys, 200. How in the world did that happen? You heard Dylan say it there in one of those videos. It started as just a way to fill the time during the pandemic in early 2020.
Yeah.
And here we are. 5 years later, 200 episodes later. It's
crazy.
And it's crazy. We're still going.
A lot of time and hard work was put into that.
Agreed.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of goofy moments.
And it's all
said
there.
What?
And it's a lot of.
I mean, we need a segment.
It's a lot of Diana.
But
What did you just say?
Who said?
Yes.
She said what?
Yes.
That's what we need to do.
And it's all there in an archive on YouTube and Facebook for your
Exactly.
listening and viewing pleasure. So
That's right.
feel free to go back and watch it all over again, all 200. But guys, any last words before we get ready here for bell time?
Happy 200th episode.
Yes.
Icing in my teeth.
It happens. It happens.
I'm very proud of our crew here. We've accomplished a lot together.
Yes.
And so it's been amazing to just watch how we've grown, how the podcast has grown, how our guests have grown, how those who have been watching us are paying attention. And what amazes me, I think, is how many people outside of SHW pay attention to this podcast. So thank you guys so much for your continued support for what we're doing here at the podcast. And we love what we're doing. We're going to keep on doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
With two nicer guys.
Well, thank you. And
Well,
you
thank you
guys
very
are
much.
fantastic. I
Absolutely.
appreciate you guys.
Y'all are family. Y'all are family. You know,
That's
it's,
like
to your point, GB, it was funny at the award show. We're seeing folks from all these different promotions that have never stepped foot in the Action Building or in an SHW locker room, and they're talking about stuff we did on the podcast, which is blowing my mind. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's reaching the masses.
I love that.
So,
Absolutely love that.
it's
We're entertainment.
It's
We're
funny
here for
how
your entertainment.
we're just talking to each other when we're recording the podcast, and we think we're just having a good, fun conversation. And then, oh, yeah, everybody's watching.
There's a whole
Everybody's
world
listening.
watching.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
appreciate you guys.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much. 200. Here's the 200 more. And here's the SHW70. Get on down here. You've got 18 minutes.
Wow.
And we will see you when you get here. But until then, this has been
SHW.
This is our wrestling.
Our 200.
Boom. See you soon.
Attention wrestling fans. Join us Friday, February 7th for SHW70.
Live from the Action Building in Canton, Georgia.
Joe Black puts his Southern Honor Championship on the line when he faces #1 contender Alexander Lev. And the Jake the Snake Legacy Champion Kyle Matthews defends his title against Ian Games' Nick Halen. Do not miss this stacked card featuring Owen Knight versus Grayson Pierce, Aaron Dallas versus Todd Sexton, and also in action Hunter James, Alex Kane, and many more. Tickets start at just $15 and go on sale at the door the night of the show beginning at 5 p.m. Doors open at 7, bell time at 8. As always, kids 10 and under are free. Spread the word, invite all your friends, and let's show the world why we are SHW and this is our wrestling.